and we're going to open up the skyline, which is K4. Okay, so we've got the Los Angeles skyline, and we want to convert this from color to black and white. So to do this, we're going to use a tool. We go to Image, Mode, Grayscale. So what we're doing here is we're getting rid of all the color information on this picture. Now it's going to say discard because we want to get rid of the color. So now here's our picture in black and white, right? But now our picture is in black and white, so all the color information is gone from the file. If we want to add some color into this, we have to change this back to a color image, but the colors are just black and white at this point, right? So now what we're going to do is go Image, Mode, RGB color. Right, so now this is a color image. It's just with black and white colors. And you can see right there, it's RGB. So next thing you want to do, File, Open. Let's get K1. Open it up. Okay, so now we've got a color picture, but it's got a white background. So what we want to do is we want to select the color picture. To do that, we use a tool called Magic Wand, right? So the first tool is our Move tool. It's kind of like the selection tool in Illustrator. Then the next tool is the rectangular marquee tool. Next tool is the polygonal lasso tool. And then the fourth tool is quick selection. But if we click and hold it, we can go to Magic Wand. So I'm at Magic Wand, and I'm going to click my picture, right? So what I have selected here is all the white. And you can see by these little moving dots, this is the outside, right? Edges. So everything that's chosen right now is the white area. But I don't want that. I want this area, right? I want Kobe. So to do that, I'm going to go select, because we're going to change the selection. Right now it's selected with the white area. So I'm going to go select, inverse. So that's the opposite, right? Inverse, inverted, inverse. So now you can see, right, all the dots are only on the outside of Kobe, and none of it are here. So this is what is selected now. So what I'm going to do is edit, copy. So I've copied this image into my computer memory. And I'm going to go back to my project, K4. And I'm going to paste Control V. Right? And I'm going to move Kobe over to the side. Now what I want to do here is I want to make him see-through so that I can still see the LA background. To do this, I just use opacity, right? That's going to make it more see-through. See that? So I slide it over, and this number is the percentage that actually shows through. So it's right now it's at 15%, and you can barely make them out. I'm going to go to 20. Now I'm going to go to my next image, File, Open. Let's do K2. Now on this one, you can see you got a white background, right? So we're gonna have, when I go to my select when I go to my tool, magic wand, and I click on here, now you can see, look at this. Some of his shoe is getting taken away, right? That's called tolerance. So the program is combining this white with this white. So I have to decrease the tolerance, which means the amount that they're gonna blend together. Let's try 15, see if that works. Not really. Alright, let's try 10. That's better. Okay, so now I've selected this white here, right? I still have this white over here that I need to select, because otherwise I'm just going to get a piece of them. So I'm going to hold shift while this is already selected, hold shift, and click over here. So now I've got this piece selected, but I still need this piece right here between his legs selected. So shift, select. So now I've got all this white space, all this white space, and all this white space selected. And then again, I'm going to invert it. Select, inverse. Right, so now I have just the player selected. And I copy. I can either go edit, copy, or Control C, either way. And go back to my image. Control V, paste. Go to my move tool. And then I'm going to drop the opacity to 20. To 20. Right? Now I'm going to go to my next image. Open. Okay, now this one, it's already clear the background, right? Because there's nothing there. See these little checkerboard dots? So that means it's a clear background. So I can just immediately edit or select all. Control A to select all. I can either go select all, that's everything, or Control A, either way. So again, to select all, I go select all, and you can see these little moving dots. I call them ants sometimes. So everything here is selected. Now I'm going to copy it, edit, copy, or Control C, then go back to my project, Control V, and then I'm going to drop the opacity down to 20. And look, I'll move these so the eyes are right between the two buildings. Now let's go ahead and go File, Open. Let's get the logo. Control A, Control C. So Control A to select all, Control C to copy, Control V. Okay, this is clearly too big, right? So what I'm going to do is make it smaller. So I'm going to use a new tool. I'm going to go Image, File, wait, no, edit. Oh, edit, transform, scale, right? So edit, we're going to edit this image. We're going to transform it. and we're going to scale. Scale just means to make it bigger or smaller. Alright, so here it is. And I'm just going to grab a corner. I'm going to take it to the corner. And now this thing is still selected, right? To stop that, to end it, to end the scaling, all I have to do is click on the move tool. And now it's permanent. And you can hardly see that, right? So we need to change the color. So what we're going to do, use a new tool called the bucket or paint bucket tool. I select the paint bucket tool. And now, just like we had in Illustrator, we've got the two colors, the fill and stroke. Choose the fill color. Let's go ahead and go purple for LA Lakers. And now let's just go ahead and paint these. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. File, open. And on this one, let's select all, Control A, Control C. Then go to here, Control V. And on this one, let's just scale it down. Edit, transform, scale. Okay, so now we have a bunch of different layers, right? They're all stacked on top of each other. You've got your background logo, your background, which is the skyline, at the bottom. And if we wanted to hide that, we could just click on this little eye, and it would hide it, right? Then we've got layer 1, which is the one on the right. To keep it clean so you know which one you're using, you want to click on the layer, double click, and type in right or image right or whatever you want to call it, just so you know which one it is, because it gets kind of confusing. And then here's your left image. So let's call that left. Center. Logo. And then this one's my full color one, so I'll call that full. Or full opacity, I mean. Alright, last thing I want to do